Hi, I'm Brian and welcome to Computing Made Easy. This is Keyboard Shortcuts video number 4. Keyboard Shortcuts in Browsers Part 2. In video 3 we had a good look at Internet Explorer and how we can navigate around a page and zoom in and out using the keyboard keys. Now we're moving on to other websites, again using keyboard shortcuts, again in Internet Explorer. First thing I'm going to do in here is I'm going to go to another website. I'm already in Brian Powell's YouTube and I want to go to the address bar up here. The keyboard shortcut for that is Alt and D. Hold my Alt key down and hit D once and that highlights that address bar. Now I've got to start typing. I'm going to type BBC. This brings up, oh, looks like I've been there before. And I could use my up and down arrows here to select the ones I want and just hit return or enter, but when I'm here I don't have to type all this rubbish in. I can just use shift and enter, and I'm going to use shift and enter and it will take me to the BBC homepage. Now we're going to move to Delicious. Alt and D again. Delicious, D-E-L-I-C. I've been there before. Shift and enter. Brian Powell's bookmarks on Delicious. Now we're going to try Facebook. Alt and D, F-A-C. Again I've been there before. Shift and enter. So that's 4 web pages or websites visited. And if I want to get back to YouTube, I've got a choice. I can click on this arrow here and go down, or I can use this arrow key. But the keyboard shortcut for the arrow key is Alt and left. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold my Alt key down and hit my left arrow and it takes me back to Delicious and again to BBC and again to YouTube. Now let's say I want to stay on YouTube and I also want to go to BBC. Well, this is where we use our tabs. This is just a single tab here at the moment, but if I click on there, and I'm not going to, this says new tab, or hover over it, new tab, Control and T. So I'm going to hold my Control key down and hit the letter T on my keyboard. And what comes up is a new tab. Now I've got this set so that when I get a new tab starting, it goes to one of my, oh no, I changed it. Oh, that's alright. Speed bit search? Where'd that come from? Anyway, about tabs are shown here. Again, I want to type in BBC. Don't need to. Shift and enter. There it is. I've now got 2 tabs, one here and one there. And I'm going to do another one. Control and T, new tab. Come on, Speedy Gonzales. Let's move that out of the way. And Delicious again. This is already highlighted, so all I do is type D-E-L and shift and enter. That's my Delicious bookmarks. Let's put in another tab, Control and T. And this time Facebook again, because I know it's there. So we've now got 4 tabs in our browser, and we can switch between these anytime we want to. The one that is active is the one with the X on it, and if you watch that X, I'm just going to use my Shift, no it's not, Control and Tab key, and you'll see that I move along each of these tabs, just rotating around them quite easy. But I could also have a look at them, all 4 tabs in one go, by clicking on here. Well, I'm not going to click on there, I'm going to use Control and Q. And if I use Control and Q, there's my 4 tabs. Let's move that out of the way. I can actually move around these, or I could use a number. And my number is, if I want to go to Brian Powell's bookmarks here, well, that's the 3rd one along, so I use Control and 3. and it brought up the bookmarks. If I want to go to YouTube, Control and 1. Very easy to use. If at any time a web page freezes up, doesn't load properly, I have two controls up here to help me there. The stop button is the escape key on my keyboard, and that will just stop a program, a website loading if it's all of a sudden just stuck. If a website seems to have loaded, but it doesn't seem to have loaded everything you expected, then this is what the refresh button is for, and on the keyboard we will use F5. If I hit F5 now, you'll see that web page just refreshes itself.